This is your flipped classroom lesson for the WISE program to help you guys find the research you need on the databases. The first thing you're going to need to do is type in Bronxville School Library in the search bar. Once it comes up, you're going to click on Gale Resources, which is usually the first one that comes up. It says Bronxville Middle School, High School Library. And then once that loads, you're going to see the library page. Over here on the right side, it says Databases. You're going to click on Search for Success Databases. Now this comes up with the full A to Z listing of all the databases that we use. The first one we're going to look at, and I think it's going to be the most helpful for everyone no matter what their topic, is ProQuest. So you're going to scroll all the way down. It's alphabetical. Scroll all the way down to the P's. You're going to choose the third ProQuest result, the gray and red. Click on that. Now when you're home, sometimes this username won't fill in for you because I've used this before. It filled in automatically. The username is Bronxville MHS and the password is look. The way you can remember that, I know this sounds kindergarten-y, but using this little guy on the side, he's looking for something, so we remember that the password is look, and you click login. And then it should bring us right to ProQuest. What I want everybody, I do this with 7th and 8th grade on up, everybody should be using the advanced search option. So you click on that and you search your topics. I'm going to type in autism, you do teaching or instruction. We can do strategies or methods. So I'm just putting in some keywords that may have something to do with the research topic I'm looking for. So I have autism, either the teaching or instruction of autism, some strategies or methods that you can use. If you wanted to add in more search terms, you would just click on add a row and you could add more information to it. If you had a specific author that you knew wrote about autism, you would just come over here in the drop down menu, click author, or if you had a specific article you were looking for, you could look for the document title. Or if you wanted to look in something like the New York Times, you'd click on publication and then fill in the New York Times over here, and it would look for all of these search terms only in the New York Times. So you can continue to add rows. Sometimes less is more is a better approach. You don't want to get too heavy with the keywords. It may just spit it back that it can't find any results. I always choose full text. It just brings up the entire article so I have access to it and it's not something I have to request from another library. And then down here for all dates, it depends on how current you want to be. You can do the last week, the past 3 months, the year, or the last 3 years. I'm going to look at the last 12 months, and I'm going to ask it to search all of my information, full text format for the last 12 months. Not too bad. We got 1,291 results. That's a lot to start with, but I think it's narrowed down much better than a Google search would have been. You can kind of scroll through some of the articles listed here. You'll notice they're organized by relevance. If you wanted to set it up by most recent first, you would just click here and ask it to resort it, and it would give you the most recent article on your topic. The thing is, it's no longer sorted by relevance, so a lot of your keywords may not appear often in the article. I'm going to move it back to relevance, and I'm going to look at some of these first articles that come up. Pay attention to where the articles are coming from also, and maybe some of the page content. From here you can see there's almost 10 pages, which means it's a lengthy article. It's most likely an academic article. You can see education and training in autism and developmental disabilities could be a more difficult article to research, but your seniors, I think you can handle something like this. Plus, the longer the article, the more in depth it's going to go. We could take a look at the date, December 2014. It's pretty current. So if you decided you wanted to use this, you could just click on the title and it'll bring up the article for you. You can say no thank you to the feedback. A good way to determine whether it's a good article for you to use is to just read the abstract summary, get an idea if this is going to work or if this is somewhere you're headed in your research, and then you have the full text of the article underneath. At the end of each article is the full citation. And if you wanted to use this article, you can email it to yourself. You just need to make sure, it does send you everything from the actual article. You just need to make sure that you tell it to include the bibliographic citation. You don't want to have to try and put all that together yourself. It's not easy or intuitive to cite a database. You're going to scroll down. Everything in your paper should be done in MLA 7 format. So you click MLA 7, you ask it to include it, you enter an email address, your name. You can leave it as ProQuest Research, however you want to leave that. You don't have to put a message in, and you would hit continue and it would send you the emailed article. In order to print these, you have to use ProQuest print buttons. It's a little old school. When you choose print, it'll ask if you want to include the bibliographic information. Of course we do. We don't want to have to do that ourselves. Scroll down, choose MLA 7 again, and continue. And it'll bring you to the PDF format, and then you print it from there. Also, to cite the article, you can just click on Cite if you're starting to build your citation page, which you should start doing. The first piece of research you find, you should start banking in your works cited page. Once again, scroll down, MLA 7, ask it to change the format. Once it's changed, you can copy and paste this right onto your works cited page, and you have the citation for your first article. If you want to go back and look at some of the other research, you can just go back to results, scroll through. If you don't like some of what you see, you come up here and click modify search. You can ask it for the last 3 years, last 7 days. You can change some of your terminology up here. Maybe you want to look at autism research. You can change the entire structure of your advanced search. And then once you've gone through these, you can go through some of the other articles. ProQuest, you can usually get good information from here. They have magazines. Let's look at our search again. There's usually plenty of stuff from magazines, newspapers, academic journals. They have pretty much everything you would need in there. You can also just click over here if you wanted to focus on newspapers or magazines. If you want to get more in depth, then you go into your scholarly journals, and then you make sure that you're finding the newest research written by professionals in the field. So that's about it for ProQuest. If you have any questions with this, you can email me. You can come in and see me. I think I'm going to post this on the library page, and I'm sure Mr. Klurfeld's going to forward it on to you guys too. Thanks.